I think I would imagine that everyone's going to come away from this one feeling pretty good about Act 1, the unofficial Act 1 for the Cooper Flagg era.
And Jason Kidd said prior to tonight's game that Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis would only play in the first half. That's exactly what happened. Anthony Davis played 16 minutes with 3 of 5 from the field, had 7 points. Cooper Flagg, all 10 of his first half points came in the last 5 minutes and 32 seconds of the second quarter. He finished the game with 10 points.
Couple off the dribble threes.
That's right. 6 rebounds, 3 assists.
The Karalla Trader like that?
It was good.
Had a block and stuffed the stat sheet for the Mavericks. Was a +8 in his 14 minutes.
Poor Dwight Powell got pelted a few times in every area of his body.
We got about the full Mavericks experience.
Shot to the face, shot to the groin.
That's right. We got the full Mavericks
mid-season
experience.
form.
Yeah, that's right. For Dwight Powell as he made his presence felt in a number of ways, if you will, in tonight's game. But all in all,
I think the presence felt him.
The presence did feel him in quite a number of ways.
As it were.
And yes, Lone Star Rob, the Flagg threes looked good. We'll get into all of the different aspects of Cooper Flagg's game. Let's just start with overall takeaways from tonight. Obviously, the focus will be on the number 1 overall pick, doing all the super duper role player type of things. We saw that in the first quarter, had a few assists, a few rebounds, had a block. In fact, the first points of the game came off a Cooper Flagg block that led to an Anthony Davis dunk in transition off an alley-oop pass from D'Angelo Russell, and things got started from there. But Marc Stein, as good as advertised for Cooper Flagg in his first game, given the things that we believe he has in his skill set, you saw a lot of that in tonight's game for him in his 14 minutes.
Yeah, look, takeaways, that word just gives me a little bit of pause just because, again, it's the first exhibition game, and this was not the Thunder at full strength. So I don't want to go too far, but yes, he looked very poised, and kind of the rumble out of camp was defense great, still kind of finding his way offensively, but tonight didn't force a thing, let the game come to him. I think he was a lot happier playing with AD, D'Lo, and all these starters compared to Summer League when obviously he was going to be the focal point of the defense and swarmed like he'd never been swarmed in his life. And just let the game, played his way into the game at a really not, didn't force anything. Was happy to, a lot of cutters. I mean, we saw, this new offense was on display. A lot of handoffs, a lot of cutting, a lot of backdoor cuts, and he made multiple very nice reads with the pass, and then got his offense going late. And you had to. I don't think we often see unanimity. Is that the right word? I'm trying to. In the chat tonight, I think we're going to see a lot of
homogeny,
a lot of agreement in the chat that this was a good night for the Dallas Mavericks and their new number 32.
First half stats, Mavs v Thunder, obviously, whatever. None of the Thunder's players that you've heard of played. But the Mavs +14 in rebounds, 15 assists on 21 made field goals, 5 blocks, 12 fast break points, 35 bench points. It was clear that their 1 through 10 was better than, their 10th best guy was probably better than the Thunder's best player tonight. As sad as it is, because I'm a big Case and Wallace guy.
I was going to say, because
Case Wallace was not good.
Yeah,
but nobody else that played for the Thunder is like part of their rotation, to be honest. So, but the Mavs just completely dominated. It didn't really look funky at all. And again, we'll probably learn more about them on Saturday and Monday and next Wednesday and everything. But, they did the thing that we thought that they were going to do and that we said that they needed to do. They have said explicitly, we're going to try and get stops and then get out in the open floor and run. That is it. Our half-court offense, we've kind of looked at it on the thing. The Mavs have said that their half-court offense is going to be this handoff-heavy kind of modeled after the Kings. There was a lot of movement. There was a lot of cutting. The bigs were finding these cutters. Coop found a couple cutters. The forwards and bigs were passing to guys that were moving off the ball. So conceptually, this looked like the way the Mavs want to play. Now, obviously, their opponent was
a shell of
you know,
themselves.
a quadruple A team.
Yeah.
On the second night of a back-to-back.
On the second night of back-to-back
Right.
in a different time zone and all that stuff. But, like, I don't really care about that as much as I care about what the Mavs were doing, like the intention behind what they were doing. And the intention looked like the way that they want to play basketball. And so my big takeaway is that this is the way that the Mavs are supposed to play basketball, and it looked like it.
And for me, it is the full Swiss Army knife that is Cooper Flagg. I mean, to the question that we had, did Cooper Flagg have any turnovers tonight? No, he did not have any turnovers in the 14 minutes that he played in tonight's game. You saw different aspects, especially what I thought was going to be the most exciting aspect for me coming into the season for Cooper Flagg, which is the defensive end and what that looks like on a night-to-night basis. And as I mentioned earlier, the very first points of the game came off of a block shot from Cooper Flagg that led into transition points for Anthony Davis on a dunk from D'Angelo Russell. That is the kind of thing that the Mavericks want to do. They want to be able to clamp you down on the defensive end, push it in transition, and be able to put the pressure on you constantly on the defensive end of the floor. And then you started to see the three-point shot start to get going for him in the second quarter there, getting comfortable more so from the three-point line. His first points in tonight's game came on an athletic drive to the layup for the finish to get his first bucket of the game. So for me, my big takeaway is my man seems very comfortable in what he is attempting to do, and he talks about it. It sounds very cliche, but obviously it's something that he's going to take for him as far as his game is concerned, impacting the game in a number of different areas on the floor. And Tanner can attest to it. There were multiple times where he made passes, and I was like, nice pass, Cooper. Nice. Like, those are the kinds of things that I think were my big takeaways, were that Cooper Flagg did a little bit of everything at a high level for his first game in a Maverick uniform. And I'm looking forward to seeing what else he can do as we get more and more into this preseason against a little bit better competition.